Oh yeah.
Yo,
What's good, man? What's up?
what's up? How you doing,
I'm
man?
doing well. How are you?
I'm straight, man. Chilling.
Yo, I appreciate you coming on though.
No
Trying to get
problem.
this in. Yeah,
Ryan,
man.
what's up, Ryan?
What up? What up, everyone? Leave your questions throughout the interview. I think Kahzir would be more than happy to, answer them. And I'm saying your name right here, like
Yeah,
as
Kahzir,
Kahzir.
yeah, you straight.
All right.
Yeah.
Want to get that out the way. All right. Cool. So we'll get it started. I mean, you're ready and all that. Uh, so obviously, FAU. You transferred from. You transferred from Maine.
Yeah.
Now you're at FAU. Uh, you're a senior. Tell me a little bit. Well, obviously, hearing your name, talking about Kazir
Yeah.
Bugs Brown. I mean, what's what's that nickname? Where did it come from? Is there a meaning behind that? Like,
Uh, yeah, my favorite Looney Tunes character is Bugs, so that's where it came from.
that's what's up, man. That's such Bugs Brown. Like, do your teammates and your coaches call you that?
Yeah, it been my name since I got to college. In college, I haven't been Kahzir. The only person that called me is my mom. Everybody else called me some type of nickname, but at school, college, I was always Bugs.
That's what's up, man. Yeah. That's awesome. That's awesome. So we'll get it started. Obviously, you're a Trent kid. Growing up there, you went to Trent Central High School. Obviously, how was it like, growing up, your childhood? Obviously, Trenton, it's one of those towns where, low income, kind of, a lot of distractions, a little bit. So, like, how did you find the right like path? Like not too far left, not too far right. You just, you know, you stayed the course. How did you just like, zone in and just like, close out all the distractions and just you just focus on your main goal?
Really, I was in sports for since I was young, so I was playing baseball and basketball for a while, so I wasn't really too much like outside or hanging with the wrong crowd for real. But I'd go outside with my friends and the people that I lived on the same street as, like my cousin, my older brother. So I was always around people to take care of me. But once things really started like get a little like, all right, I can't go outside no more. I don't know, really, it just was kind of like a sports is just what I stuck to because I've been playing them for so long, and then it got to a point where I was like, all right, like, do I want to take this serious or not? And so that was the big thing is me making a decision to take it serious. And when I made the decision, I kind of was like, all right, like I can't do this, I can't do that, can't be posting this, can't post that. So it really just was, what I mean, me just deciding if I really wanted to do it and sticking with that. Obviously it's tough, especially growing up a trend, but I seen people, what I mean, making a way with coming out of training. So I say, I want to be one of those people that people look at as a role model. People be like, oh, like I seen how he did. I want to grow up and be like him, or I want to grow up and take the same path he took. So that's all it really was, is just sticking to my commitment. And then just like once I said I was gonna take it serious, like just really like looking at my family, looking at the things that motivate me to keep me on track. That's really all that matters. The things that motivate you for real.
Yeah, and obviously one of those guys, Jair Brown, who's on the Niners right now, grew up in Trent, kind of known as like that hometown hero guy. So it's kind of a role model, And I hope to see you in the NFL
Yeah.
soon. I know you declared pretty recently, so
Yeah.
I wish you the best of luck on the entire draft process, man.
Thank you. Appreciate
Um, yeah, for sure. And you said you played multiple sports, growing
it.
up, soccer, baseball. So you were, all over the
Yeah, I
place,
literally
So
played every sport you could think of: baseball, basketball, soccer,
yeah, that's awesome, bro.
everything.
So you kind of have like that, just that athleticness to you, it's just ingrained in you because with all those sports, you were kind of, versatile playing all those sports, and baseball, I mean, you're a DB, right?
Yeah.
So, well, what like I don't know, like what position do you play in baseball? Because I know if you like played center field, if for like safeties and stuff, it's kind
I
of
played pretty much everything in baseball. I played pitcher, catcher, first base, second base, third base, outfield. I played everywhere in baseball. Baseball, I played that from three to I was always to like 15. So I played every position possible for playing it so long.
wow, that's awesome. Yeah, and everything just goes hand in hand, like the range, catching abilities, turnovers, interceptions, all of that. So that's definitely awesome, man. Being versatile at a young age and doing all that stuff. So tell me why FAU, FAU, Florida, Atlantic. You transferred from Maine. So tell me why you chose FAU as your top school?
Um, really, FAU was kind of just felt like home. Like it felt like I was supposed to be there, you know. Like obviously, like coming out, everybody's expecting me to go like Power Five and stuff like that, and I wanted to. Obviously, that's always been a dream of mine, but it didn't come to fruition. But I'm not mad at FAU. FAU just really felt like home. The coaching staff really spoke volumes to what they wanted from me as a player and what they wanted to achieve this season. Obviously, we didn't achieve what we talked about, but that just comes with it. What I mean? Sometimes you don't win them all, and so it just the way it felt being on campus, the way it felt being around like the locker room, being in the stadium, talking to people there, it was just real nice. And once I got in the portal, I mean, I had a lot of offers. It was good and all that, but I started having to narrow down, and then obviously some big schools came and they was following me and they were talking to me, but it was more so like all right, we're filled up here, so can't really take you right now. You could take a semester off, but I didn't want to take a semester off. I wanted to go somewhere in the spring, and just be there early so I could connect with the guys, connect with the coaches and things like that to show what I can do, and ultimately just be able to have a head start on the playbook. And so, FAU just showed the most love. Like they're consistent with it. What I mean, they didn't offer me and not talk to me for a week like they offered me and just talk to me every day. Literally, was talking to me every day. I get a phone call to check in every day. So that's really why I chose FAU. FAU was consistent with it, and they just showed the most love, and they really took a chance on me for real.
Yeah, man, and I feel like you have that mentality, man. You have that dog mindset. So I feel like you're gonna go out there and you're gonna prove why, you were selected, and you're gonna make the most of your opportunities and capitalize on them. Uh, so I've seen kind of like your intangibles a little bit. You're a big guy for a DB. I'm gonna be
Yeah,
honest.
yeah.
6'3", 200 plus pounds. I mean, how does that factor in? I mean, you're like you can get like your hands on guys at the line of scrimmage and you can be physical at the line of scrimmage. Like how does that play in like into your game, just having that physical presence on the football field?
It definitely helps out a lot. It's definitely scares most guys. Most guys when they line up in front of me is most like, all right, like I can't do too much. I gotta hurry up and get out of there. Like,
Yeah,
so it just really helps me play mind games with people because sometimes I'll start the game off like light, like I won't bully. I'll just use my feet, try to use my technique as best as I can in that game, and just use my technique. And they be like thrown off by it, and then out of nowhere, I'll just like jump on them. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like it really just helped me like switch up what I want to do in the game, really. And so, being a bigger DB, a lot of people try to test you a lot with running. Like most people can't think I can't run, but I can really run for real. So, I'm not really bothered by it, but it just helps me in my game a lot because then it messes up a lot of schemes for other teams. Like if they like to run the ball, like it's like all right, like they got a corner that can tackle over there. Like we're gonna have to flip it or change schemes or just tweak what we do a little bit. Like so, if they're running stretch a lot, they may say, "All right, we're just gonna run inside zone this week because getting to the outside might not be as promising as running inside zone." So
definitely.
just things like that for real. So being a big DB is good, but most of the time when I'm out there, I'm just getting fades or people just trying to run by me, which isn't a problem because I know I can run, but it do get tiring when you just run a fade after fade after fade after
Yeah,
fade.
exactly, exactly. Have you like thought of well, your size definitely like is a part of it, like linebacker, because your size definitely benefits that. Like
Yeah.
have you thought of I don't know how your
Um,
defensive coverages, go like, play into that, but do you guys use like three linebacker sets, whatever,
uh,
like in that situation?
Yeah, we ran a 4-3 defense. Open linebacker, yeah. I played linebacker a little bit at Maine. When it comes to knocking the front or, certain formations the offense do when they get the unbalance and things like that, rocking back to safety or just bumping over, knocking it, and just becoming the will linebacker at that point. I am open to play linebacker in the league though. Obviously 6'3", I'm 220 pounds now, like from training and just eating good and stuff like that. So Yeah, I'm open to it. Like I play everywhere on the defense. Like I play linebacker, safety, corner. So really, like I just think that adds more value to me and my draft stock because like a lot of guys come in as, oh, I'm just a corner,
Yeah,
and then just sit at CB3 for 3 years or CB4 for 3 years, and then they're able to get an opportunity at getting some chance at playing time. But me being a guy that's open minded, knowing how big I am, my size, in the league, obviously every team got their CB1 and CB2 and CB3 almost solidified. So it's like, I could come in the league as a corner, sit behind a couple guys for a couple years, and then when I get a shot, I could take a chance on it. But it's like, why would I do that when I know I'm, you know, a big guy? I could play everywhere. So I could play nickel, I could play corner, I could play safety, I could play linebacker. So, yeah, I'm open to playing linebacker. Like that's not something I look at and be like, nah, like I'm open
yeah,
to it. Like I wanted to play a little bit this season in certain personnel packages we have for defense. So, I don't mind playing linebacker. Linebacker, I told teams like talking to them like during the season and when they come to see players at practice, I tell them like I'm open to play linebacker too. Like I'm not just a guy that's just a corner. You know what I mean? Like I have the versatility to play corner
yeah.
and
And
linebacker.
that's what's so awesome about you, man. Like coaches want to see that, players that don't, you know, that coaches want to see like players that don't, shy away from, because like I've seen players, like in the NFL and college, like they just simply they don't, I don't know, have the right mindset. They don't, even though they have the potential to, they just like they don't find a reason to like move around on the field and be versatile. But you don't shy away from that. You're confident in yourself, so which is always a good thing. And I assume you don't shy away from the run game. You come down and you get your nose dirty in the run game and you make tackles in the box, which is also really good. So definitely. He says those running backs are going to get blown up. Yeah, for sure, man. Hey, they're going to know that. They're going to know that you're there. You're going to make your presence felt, which is
Yes, sir.
awesome. Uh, so now looking in the NFL, do you like it's kind of like a hard question. I don't know if your play comes naturally to you because I know some players, their game just comes organic like naturally to them, or do you have like someone that you look up to like at the defensive back position currently in the NFL, or it could be past too, doesn't matter.
Currently, um, um, yeah, uh, dang, I just had his Devin Witherspoon.
He's a dog.
He's a guy
Yeah,
that's he's just a dog, man. He plays with so much energy and passion. And that's like how I play. I play with so much energy and passion. Like when I make a play, it's gonna be known. When I do something, it's gonna be known. So just that guy, he's a workhorse. Also, I'd say Cam Chancellor. That's probably somebody I looked up to for a while before he retired and everything. But Cam Chancellor was my favorite player growing up, and just watching him go out there and hit, beat his big dominant presence. He'd play linebacker, and that's just, and also Kyle Hamilton. Like Cam Chancellor, Kyle Hamilton. Those guys can like play all around the defense. They play safety, they play nickel, they play linebacker, they play the star spot too as well. So, it's just like they move around so much and it just shows how much value they have. Like, so, that's why they team win a lot because if you could put a guy everywhere, like you don't have to take him off the field, you could plug in other guys, to get more playing time, get other guys more reps. So, that guy's just moving around. He could help anywhere at any down in any situation and know how to help the team win, and I feel like that's the biggest thing for me is just being one of those guys that can be placed anywhere and help the team win, because I love winning. I hate losing. I'm a sore loser. I'm proud to say I'm a sore loser, like, because there's no fun in winning. Like, you lose, and then I was just like, all right, like, dang, I lost. Like, you don't get nothing out of losing. So, you know, those guys, Kyle Hamilton, Cam Chancellor, guys like that, they just everywhere make their presence felt and just known to be ball players.
not for sure. Yeah, that Legion of Boom was something else. With those guys over in Seattle for sure. Uh, yeah, and you want to win. I've always heard, whether it's by 50 points, whether it's by 3 points, a win's a win, but there's always stuff to clean up. There's always room for improvement, and that's what any football player can take away from any game. Whether it's a blowout or whatever kind of win it is, a win's a win, but there's always space for improvement. So that's always good. When besides football and stuff, growing up, did you have anyone part of your family, relatives that really got you into the, you know, well, we'll tie that question in. Like, did anyone really like get you into football, or was it just like, you know, you, well, you said you played sports and stuff, but
Yeah.
like, do you have anyone in your family that kind of like pushed you and kind of motivated you, or just like any role models within your family itself?
Yeah. I got into football. It wasn't like a oh like it's kind of like so I had a situation when I was in the family. You know, I just felt like I needed like a brotherhood type of thing,
Yeah,
and so you know that was just more so like all right, like I want to be around I want to be around the guys, like I want to be around a group of dudes and have fun. You know what I mean? So ultimately, I said I want to start playing football, and you know, I started playing football and it was just fun, you know. Like my dad was the main one that pushed me for real. You know, he'd take me to the park when I didn't want to, and have me throw run and catch the football for hours, you know. And he told me, and it's funny because some of my family they was like, "Do you remember when your dad made you go to the park?" And he made have you run the routes, and you was just crying, and he would throw you the ball, you had to run and catch it, and he was just crying like, "Do you remember that?" And I would tell him no, because I don't remember going to the park, running and crying,
right.
catching the football, you know, putting the late hours in. I don't remember, but you know, my dad is definitely my biggest supporter, my biggest motivator, my biggest pusher. You know, he did it all, took me to camps, he took me all around the world trying to help me get better and just push me out there and get exposed to be in this place I am now, you know. And so yeah, my dad definitely is the biggest motivator, great role model.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. That's awesome. I I watched one of the podcasts, like a different podcast you were on. You're a Steelers fan, right? If I'm
Yeah,
correct.
yeah.
Ah, you're a Pittsburgh fan. All right, that's cool. That's cool. I respect that. It's not because I'm a Niners fan, so like I hear kind of certain teams.
That's straight, you know, about a TIG on there, so you know, I mess with the Niners, so I let people get away with that.
Yeah, yeah. I just don't. Man, I don't know about the Super Bowl this year though. But I'll watch it.
Yeah.
Not too much of a fan of the Eagles or the Chiefs. Since they beat us last year. But it is what it is. Let's talk about that a little bit. I mean, and then we'll get to the interview itself. But who do you got for the Super Bowl? Since it's literally like a week away.
Honestly, I don't honestly me personally, I don't care for Super
Okay,
Bowl, like, you
okay.
know,
I respect.
but I mean, I'm gonna go against Mahomes. I'm gonna go against Mahomes every time. He's an amazing quarterback,
That
you know. But I like
that
the
shit
underdog.
Saquon different though, man.
I'm an underdog guy. Everybody got Mahomes in the winning, and you know people don't think the Eagles gonna come out there and win. So I'm gonna take the underdog and go with the Eagles. I always go with the underdog. You know what I mean?
Sure.
That's how I bet.
That dude Saquon, nice man. Oh my god.
You know, he been hooping, man. Like he got MVP this year too. So that's
I know Giants fans got to be pissed, but you know. But yeah, and I just want to get 2 cents. Super Bowl's coming,
yeah.
big thing coming up. So yeah,
I'll take the Eagles. I'll take the Eagles.
pick the Eagles. Yeah. Um, I I don't even care for the Super Bowl to be honest, but I'm just gonna watch it since I probably won't have anything better to
Yeah, I
do. But
always watch the Super Bowl regardless of
yeah,
you know who playing. I always watch the Super Bowl.
yeah, for sure. Yeah. Um. So have you you know throughout the process have you met with any teams? Any interviews? Like have any teams kind of like came up to you and talked to you a little bit, and have you gotten like any insight, or have you kind of felt a good vibe from any of like the 32 NFL teams?
Um, well, recently I haven't been in contact with no teams or nothing like that, but during the season and stuff like that, I've talked to a lot of scouts because they come to practice every day, and you know they come watch film on me or whoever they're watching film on in the defensive back room. So you know I come in after practice, I'll be chilling there, and then me and the scouts will just chop it up. You know, talk to them. I talk to almost every team. I think we had every team come in there. So you know I talked to a lot of scouts. I literally talked to almost every team. So you know. You know, I like them all. They were all good, really, really, really good dudes. I
No.
don't think I don't think it's a team I felt the most connected to, you know, because they were all kind of, you know, they're scouts, so you know they try to keep it like less personal. But it's a lot. It's a couple of teams that ask me like more deep and personal questions, like about like how I grew up and things like that. And some of them just, you know, what I mean, they just keep it football, you know. But you know, it is what it is. But I liked it. I liked it. Everybody that came through and talked to me, you know, they gave me great insight on how to improve my game throughout the season and what I still need to improve on. Do I need to show to help myself become a higher draft pick. You know.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Just want to shout out my boy Darion. What's up, man? How you doing? Uh, what's good? What's good? But yeah, for sure. It's kind of like a question I kind of ask players. If you weren't, it could be a different position on defense, but if you weren't a
Mm.
DB, what position would you play? Just whether it's offense, defense. If you had the
Uh,
choice to.
if I had a choice, I'd probably be a running back. I started
Running
playing
back.
running back. I was a running back, and then I had moved positions. So I was a running back when I got to high school. I just said I was too big, so they moved me to receiver, and so I played receiver throughout high school, and then I just started focusing on my defense for real. They was like, yeah, I started playing varsity sophomore year, and I was a linebacker. People don't know that I played Sam linebacker varsity that was my first time playing varsity sophomore year, high school. So I played linebacker, and then after that, I just kind of moved to DB. I played safety my senior year. I played corner one game. I think it was my junior year, sophomore year. I think it was probably my sophomore year, no junior year. Yeah, I think it was my
Yeah.
junior year. I'm not sure. I know it's one of the so sophomore junior year. I played corner well, literally like one game, like literally
Mhm.
played like one game, and then after that, I was a safety most of the time.
I could just imagine you being that running back, man. They said you were too big, bro. Bro, you would destroy guys up the middle, man. Just like you kind of remind me of Derrick Henry, like tall guy, 6'3" guy. Dude, bro. I feel like
shout
just your
out, shout
size.
out, shout out my stepdad Howard. He talking about go Eagles. We just was talking about them.
Yeah, man. I respect the Eagles. They're not a bad team. It's just as a Niner fan, ever since the NFC Championship game, kind of like, man, they talk too much shit. you know. Uh, but yeah, as you declare for the draft, anyone that's watching, any FAU fans, any, just any NFL fans, football fans, we're gonna close it out here. I know you probably got stuff to do, but just let the audience know, anyone watching, why you're the right guy, you know, right draft pick for any team. What leadership values on and off the field, what like your skill set, what just makes you like why do teams want to draft Kahzir Bugs Brown,
um, that's a good question. I'm I'm a do it all guy. I bring a lot of value because I'm just not a guy who's gonna sit behind somebody and be happy about sitting behind somebody. I want to come in there and I want to start. I want to play. I want to contribute to winning. So when I come in, I'm trying to take somebody's spot. Like I'm not here to be nice. I don't care to make friends in the NFL. At this point, it's a job. So
Yeah.
this is my job. I'm gonna make sure I'm doing my job to the fullest. I'm gonna make sure I'm getting opportunities at my job. So when it comes to my job, I'm not gonna play about it. But you really get a real young, hungry kid. Like you get a kid that didn't get a lot of opportunities. So when I get one, I'm gonna make the best out of it. Like you're getting a guy that you can put any and everywhere. I feel like that speaks within itself. Like you can put a guy linebacker, safety, corner. Like that just brings so much value to me myself because it's like I could play anywhere in any scheme and make and have production. But you also getting a real smart kid. I'm a kid from the inner city. Like a lot of people don't think I'm smart, but I'm a smart kid. And I'm a gentleman as well. Like I have manners. Like I don't do things that I'm not supposed to do. I'm a hardworking kid. I keep my head down and grind. Like I've always been a kid that do what I'm supposed to do when I'm supposed to do it and how I'm supposed to do it. Obviously I make mistakes, but I don't repeat the same mistake too many times. So really like you're not just getting a football player. You're getting a young man as well. Like you're getting a good young man as well. You're getting a good person that's gonna bring positivity to the facility. You're gonna bring positivity to and good light to everybody in the building. What I mean. Also, you're getting a child guy. I've been what I mean praying and stuff like that. But I'm just keeping people within good cahoots and good spirits with God. Because peace and positivity is the best thing you could bring as a person. And being real generous. I'm a generous person. I help out a lot. I do what I can to help everybody. And I'm real genuine as well. You're not gonna get no. I'm not gonna fake the funk for nobody. Like I am who I am. I come from where I come from. So I'm not gonna hide that, and I'm proud of who I am as a person and where I came from. So you're getting a real humble dude. But if it gets that, I could pop it as well. But I'm a real humble dude though. Like, but I feel like I'm real valuable. Like it's just some things that you can't teach, and I got those things. Like it's a lot of things that you can't teach, and I got them. So it's really just me getting a chance, and I know what I mean. I know I'm gonna get that chance. I just gotta see when and where. And when I get that chance, I make the most of it. Like that's really all it is. Like I'm gonna make the most of my chance, and just the value I have in itself, it just speaks.
For sure, man. Yeah, that dog mentality. My bad for the background
You
noise, but
good?
yeah, man, you're just gonna show teams, why you're the right pick, and you got the mentality straight, So you just keep doing your thing. I wish you the best of luck on the rest of your you know draft process, your training, workouts, everything that goes into it, man. You know, you got the right people by your side. You got the right people. Always surround yourself with the right people. It's one of the most important things. And like you said, the NFL, it's a business, man. Obviously, your teammates, you're gonna have friends in the league, but once
Yeah,
you're out there on the football field for 60 minutes, man, it's all business, So no holding back. So you keep doing your thing, man. I appreciate you coming on.
no problem. Appreciate
Hope that
you.
yeah, hope to have you again on again soon. But man, good luck on everything, and we'll catch you all next time. This was Kahzir Brown Bugs Brown. My bad. And we'll catch you all next time. Peace out.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you.